In the aftermath of the latest ceasefire between Israel and Hamas, this month alone, Israel released almost 2,000 Palestinians from its custody in exchange for 20 Israeli hostages freed by Hamas, under a deal brokered by the United States. But even after this exchange, more than 9,000 Palestinians remain behind bars across 23 prisons and detention centres in Israel. That figure doesn't even include an unknown number of detainees believed to be held in military-run camps, places where transparency is almost non-existent. Before the war erupted in October 2023, around 5,250 Palestinians were imprisoned by Israel. Since then, the number has nearly doubled. Today, roughly 3,500 of those held are administrative detainees, people imprisoned without formal charges or trials, often based on secret evidence that neither they nor their lawyers can see. It's a controversial practice that Israel defends as a necessary security measure, but which human rights groups say amounts to indefinite detention without due process. Among the 9,100 prisoners are around 400 minors and 52 women. Their alleged offences vary widely, from violent attacks and weapons possession to stone throwing and political activism. According to Palestinian rights groups, many of these arrests take place during protests, or even when relatives of wanted individuals come under suspicion. Israel, on the other hand, argues that many of these detainees have direct ties to militant groups, and that their imprisonment is essential to preventing future attacks. The issue is further complicated by Israel's use of the unlawful combatants law. This law allows authorities to detain people from Gaza indefinitely if they're believed to have been involved, directly or indirectly, in hostile acts against Israel. Before the latest exchange, around 2,600 Gazans were being held under this law. About 1,700 of them were released in the recent deal, yet hundreds remain locked up without formal charges or convictions. Critics say this legal framework effectively suspends due process for Palestinians, allowing indefinite imprisonment based solely on intelligence assessments. Inside the prisons, conditions have reportedly deteriorated since the war began. Palestinian groups claim that 77 prisoners have died in custody since October 2023, and that access to lawyers, medical care, and family visits has been severely restricted. Israel denies systematic abuse, but acknowledges that wartime security measures have intensified. Meanwhile, the Israel Prison Service has refused to share updated data, saying it's not responsible for arrests or legal proceedings. The result is a climate of secrecy, one where even basic statistics about who is detained and why remain murky.